Hello everybody. So we're going to cover the vocabulary for the Unit 2 Week 5 selection this week. This week's a little different because our selections are poems. Okay, so after I give you the 4 basic words, then we're also going to have some 4 poetry terms, and we'll look at the poems that were in the selection this week. All right, so one word in our selection this week is behave. Say that word with me, behave. When you behave, you act in a way that is good or correct. An example, the boy is teaching the dog to behave. How do you behave when you are in the library? Okay, so let's write behave. Label your card to Unit 2, Week 5. And for the definition for behave, I want you to write act in a way that is good or correct. Another word in our selection this week is express. Say that word with me, express. When you express your feelings, you tell or show how you feel about something. For example, this baby is smiling to express how he feels. How do you express your feelings? Okay, so write the word express on one side. And the definition, to tell or show how you feel about something, or put into words. Another word in this week's selection is feathers. Feathers. Last week we had the word fur. So feathers, say that word with me, feathers. Okay. Feathers are the soft things that cover a bird's body. For example, a peacock is covered in colorful feathers. Where else have you seen feathers? Feathers on one side, and the definition, soft things that cover a bird's body. Okay. Another word in our selection is flapping. Say that word with me, flapping. If something is flapping, it is moving up and down. For example, the bird was flapping its wings quickly. Describe what flapping is. And the definition, moving up and down. Swinging or swaying about loosely. Now, that could be like a canopy that's flapping in the wind. All right, so now let's look at the poetry part of this week's vocabulary. Okay, and we have 2 poems, 3 poems actually in our workshop book this week, and one of them is called Cats and Kittens by Constance Kuremis. Cats and kittens express their views with hisses, purrs, and little mews. Instead of taking baths like me, they use their tongues quite handily. I wonder what my mom would say if I tried cleaning up that way. They stay as still can be until a mouse they chance to see. And then in one great flash of fur, they pounce on a toy with a purr. Okay. And then we also have these 2 poems, Desert Camels and A Bat Is Not a Bird. Desert Camels was written by Martine Wren. And so let's look at that. Camels have a hump on their backs to carry people and their sacks. They're very strong, don't mind the sun, won't stop for drinks until they're done. They give people a bouncy ride, they sway and move from side to side. I'd like a camel for a pet, but haven't asked my mother yet. And A Bat Is Not a Bird by Trevor Reynolds. A bat has neither feathers nor beak, he does not chirp, just gives a shriek. He flies by hearing sounds like pings, flapping his leathery wings. At night when I'm asleep in my bed, he gets to fly around instead. All right, so one of the words in our selection also this week is poem. Okay, what is a poem? A poem is a form of writing that expresses imagination or feelings. Okay, so write the definition for poem. Okay. And when you're finished, let's continue with the other poetry terms. All right. So another word I want you to know is rhyme. Okay, these poems had examples of rhyme throughout all of them. Rhyme. Rhyme is two or more words that have the same ending sounds. For instance, we can look at a bat is not a bird and look at beak, shriek. The end sound is the same. It's got an eek sound. Beak, shriek. Pings, wings. Ings and wings. Bed, instead. Ed, instead. So the ed sound. Okay. Are there rhymes in desert camels? Do backs and sacks rhyme? Sun and done? Ride and side? Pet and yet? Yeah. All of those words rhyme with each other. Okay. All right. So again, rhyme. Two or more words that have the same ending sounds. All right. Another word is rhythm. Rhythm. Say that word with me. Rhythm. Okay. Rhythm is the repeating accents or beats in a poem. Okay. And the last word I want you to note is the idea of word choice. Word choice. And word choice is the use of rich, colorful, exact words. For instance, they give people a bouncy ride. So it's very exact, right? It's colorful. I can see these people bouncing on the camel as it's going side to side or swaying side to side. Okay. So the use of rich, colorful, exact words is word choice. All right, so that was the last of the words for this week's selection. So until next week, I will see you soon.